Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, we have been battle weary thanks to all the tropical activity this year, and fortunately seeing a little light at the end of the tunnel and hopefully a couple of weeks break from tropical systems. We'll keep our fingers crossed that this might be it, but no guarantees going into October. So let's take a look. This picture was forwarded to me earlier today via Twitter from Mark Sudduth with HurricaneTrack.com, one of his patrons, showing this picture of Cameron. This is Highway 82 earlier today, and this has been the story across much of the coastal portions of Acadiana, along 82 more than likely, and then over towards Sippermore Point as well, as tides running about 2 to 3 feet above normal, inundating the roadway in this area, getting so hit hard by Laura, and everybody's got to kind of wait for the water to come down to resume the recovery efforts here. We're thinking about you nonstop, and fortunately it looks like this water will be diminishing after tomorrow. Coastal flood warning in effect through tomorrow for tides remaining 1 to 3 feet above normal. They're also about 3 feet above normal down at Sippermore Point per Don Moe. So water still high here, but eventually it will come down as our low pressure system gets just north of us and then pushes off to the east, which will switch around the winds out of the northwest and west for a while, and then eventually northerly winds to follow going into the weekend. So that's the good news. Flood watch for the rest of Acadiana. Additional 2 to 6 inches of rainfall possible. Weather Service still going for 4 to 8 in spots, and there could be a couple of hot spots worse than that. And those flood watches continue across southeast Texas. And look at these rainfall hotspots. One over southeast Texas, one just short of inland southeast Louisiana. This is 15 inches of rain or more. And we zoom on into the Houston area, and you can tell why there was flooding across the Houston metropolitan area. 15 inches of rain on concrete over a period of a day or so. That's going to result in widespread flooding, and that's what our friends back in Space City had experienced and continue to experience right now. Now we see the center of betas over here by Victoria, Texas, so that core of that system still has to work its way through southeast Texas, so more flash flooding here. And then we're starting to see some of the tropical rain bands developing off to our west. We think those are going to start moving into portions of southwest Louisiana and Acadiana, and locally we've seen on and off rain and misty drizzles all day long. Got a couple of substantial showers out there, and I think this is going to continue into the overnight hours and maybe pick up in intensity as we get deeper into the night. Meanwhile, in the tropics, this is Hurricane Teddy. It's going to be impacting the Canadian Maritimes from Nova Scotia up through Halifax and then up through St. John. And then you can see almost an umbilical cord connecting Teddy with tropical moisture going back to all the way to our former tropical storm Beta, now tropical depression Beta getting downgraded. And you can see not much thunderstorm activity, but still plenty of rain that could produce some localized flooding. And we'll be watching flare-ups anywhere between there in Texas and here in Acadiana overnight tonight through tomorrow. So here's the low right now. It will weaken below depression status. In fact, the National Hurricane Center has said they've issued their last advisory. So this is the last track you're going to see on the air, hopefully for a few days, if not maybe a few weeks. And that low pressure system moving across Acadiana as we head into late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then exiting the area as we head into Thursday. And the graph model, which has been doing a good job on where we think the low is going to be, maybe not so good on the rainfall so far, but it is insisting, as other models are, on a wet scenario overnight tonight through tomorrow morning with showers and thunderstorms. But fortunately, the storm system is going to be moving along, but there will be some localized flooding issues with time as we watch this low moving across the area. This is this time tomorrow evening, and then finally moving off to the north and east through Thursday morning with drier air coming in as we head into Friday. So maybe some rain chances early Thursday, but we'll knock those out for Friday, and the weekend looking even better. Here's the rain totals on the graph model, and this is the whole idea. Most folks catching 1 inch, 2, maybe 3 inches of rain, but they're going to be hot spots of maybe 5 to 10 inches of rain depending on how things flesh out overnight tonight. This is just one model. Don't pay attention to your town. Just get an idea on the spirit of things, with the heaviest rains across southwest Louisiana, and the RPM model showing the same, with some areas in our viewing area catching some big rainfall from Jennings to Eunice again, do not, and Ville Platte, don't pay attention to the specific numbers, but do know we're looking at several inches of rain, and some spots are going to get a lot more than that, but we can't tell you where that's going to occur. So 72 the low, rain chance high at 70% overnight tonight with rain and storms redeveloping. We'll keep rain chances high tomorrow. Several more inches of rain possible across the area. And then after tomorrow, looking much better. Rain chances going down on Thursday. They're lowered completely Friday into the weekend with a partly sunny weekend and temperatures back into the mid-80s. And then a good-looking front gets here. It looks like late Tuesday, and that should bring us a taste of fall-like weather and some fresh conditions with lows getting down into the 50s toward the mid and latter part of next week. Jim?